What's up, everyone? Thanks for watching On The Stack. Today we're going to be doing a Commander deck tech. My name is Richard. I'm joined by my friend Mike. Mike, what's up?
Pleasure to be here. So, I'll be talking today about my Commander, Baral, Chief of Compliance. It's a mono-blue deck. A lot of mono-blue decks you'd see would be commanded either by Jace, or Teferi, the Planeswalker, or Azami. They're very strong commanders, but Baral is the Chief of Compliance. And many times when you get to a pod or you get to your play areas, you'll find a lot of people have decks and you don't know what they're doing. Have they filled out their forms? Did they fill the W2 correctly? That's what Baral is here for, to make sure they're in compliance.
Alright, so aside from Baral working as an office space boss, is there... That's a very old reference, by the way. Is there key combos in this deck you usually go for to get the win quickly?
Yeah, so as a mono-blue deck, I have a lot of draw spells. The biggest synergy I have with Baral here is every time he counterspells, I'm allowed to loot, draw a card, and then discard one. That's why I have this big stack of counterspells. If you're not running 20 counterspells, you're not doing Baral right, okay? So what I'm trying to look for is either something like High Tide, combined with Palinchron, which would produce me infinite mana, or a bunch of mana rocks and have Isochron type their dramatic reversal. Or same way with Paradox Engine as a backup. Any of these engines begin to begin to give me enough blue mana that I can either capsize infinitely, or I can use something like a Blue Sun Zenith and run Lab Maniac for the win.
A thing I like about this deck when you built it is, when he built this deck, most of the combos, they run independently of each other, which I really like. For example, there's been times I'll see High Tide, Palinchron, I'll stop the High Tide, but Deadeye also pairs with Palinchron, so that's also another way of getting infinite mana. So the combos can run independently of each other, and that's really cool because it's very resilient. It's hard to deal with. Is there anything you go to in case the infinite mana combos fall back?
Yes, as the infinite mana combos fall back, I try to at least produce as much mana as I can. If I hold on to High Tide, I can enter the infinite out. It's 12 mana spell, but it basically gets me my whole deck minus a card. And with that, I can win with a Lab Man as soon as I play down Azami. It also gives me a limited hand size turn, so I have a ton of options now to get the win. I also have like Mystic Remora, Mystic Library, a bunch of tutor cards, transmute cards. The whole deck is just built around drawing and counter spells, which is what blue is all about.
I really like this commander too, because I remember one game in particular I was playing with him. I had cycled Decree of Pain trying to get rid of a bunch of hate bears that were on the board, but because his toughness is 1/3, he works as a great blocker, and he survived the -2/-2, so the fact that he's got a big butt for defense makes him really hard to get around sometimes, so he's a really good early drop.
Exactly, and being 2 mana, he's very simple to get out second turn. Usually no one's playing anything too big of a bomb. You might have first turn you have a Swan Song out to stop maybe Mana Crypt or any of accelerants if you want to. Second turn you can drop him, maybe you drop Mystic Remora. But unlike Azami, who's 5 mana and a 0/2 and she can die really easily, she's just better in this deck as a draw outlet. Same thing with Jace. And once they start dying too many times, you're going to have to use your infinite mana engine just to get your commander out to kind of draw. And since he's also a very laid-back commander, since he doesn't actively do anything, a lot of people just don't try to remove him.
They underestimate him.
Yeah, they underestimate him a bit, I would say. But like I said, this is a deck for Labman win. I'm not going to swing at you with him.
Yeah.
But in case Labman does die, which I've had in a few instances where they've removed them from the game, I have Memnarch or Deadeye paired with Venser or the Infinite Mana with Capsize to just ruin everyone's day. Yeah, so let's completely stall the game out, and usually at that point everyone scoops and I will get the win.
Gotcha. When your combos become interrupted and all these things start falling apart, what are some of the cards you've played against that give you the most problems?
Some of the most problems I've seen with other decks are decks that either move extremely quickly or they use a lot of activated abilities. I only have a few options to remove activated abilities, and countering activated ability does not synergize with Baral's ability. So I'm not going to pair cards and don't synergize with him. So something like a Yisan can move really quick, an Arkham Dagson can move really quick. Planeswalker abilities as well can go off, and I only have a few handful removal like Reality Shift or Curse of the Swine, so it's not I don't have much creature removal, and once I start getting swarmed or attacked, then things start to I use my life total of 40 life as basically my pillow fort at that point.
That's not bad. I see here you run Memmark and Empress Galena. They work well technically as removal for decks that run Commander centric.
Yes, these are actually recent additions to this deck to help with that problem. If someone is running a deck that uses a Yisan or Arkham Dex or any commander that's central to the deck's victory, I can just take them. And
that's backbreaking.
It is, and then even if you kill Memnarch and Galena, I still hold on to them. I'm not going to just going to hold on to them until your deck doesn't move anywhere until I can get my victory. And if worse comes to worse, Tiny Spiral.
Alright, so we went over the combos, we went over what cards give you problems, solutions to these problems. Is there any advice you would give to anybody looking to play Baral Chief of Compliance?
I'd give you 2. Play Baral early, so your spells are cheaper as soon as you can, and unless you see a combo about to go off in the very early part of the game. And 2, always keep cards in your hand. I've held an island in my hand for 2-3 turns and stopped people from playing thinking it was a counterspell.
That's not bad, yeah. You got that 2 blue mana. We're watching you.
Yeah.
So that's Baral, Chief of Compliance. Mike, thank you for doing the deck tech with us.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. We'll make sure to answer them as promptly as we can. Thanks. Take it easy.